Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I want to show you my new digi. This one's called Darlin Valentine, and I want to preface this by saying that my husband spilt water on my desk last night, and so this got messed up down here in this bottom corner. So you'll see some weird colors. You won't have that, that won't be on there. So I drew these fun little images based on some 1918 to 1921, roughly, is from what I can figure out, Valentines, and so they had some cute little hearts and flowers and things like this, and so I just drew my own to get some backgrounds to go with it. So anyway, you'll get a page of those in different sizes, and I printed these on sticker paper so that I can fussy cut them out and use them as stickers. You don't have to do that. You can print them on whatever kind of paper you want. Sorry, there's flipped around, but that's just how we put them so we could get more on a page kind of thing. And then there's a page that looks like this, and I printed these. There's 6 of these hand-drawn images, and you might not even want to use them all. It's just I just put them in because I had done them, and so because I wanted to use them for some of the papers that I added into the collages that I made for this digital. So you can use them or not, but I just wanted to throw them into the kit. But there's 6 pages of these, and so I've printed them all on different backgrounds because my son turned these into the transparency pages where if you look at them on the computer, you're only going to see these in a black background. They won't print out black. It's just that with the black background, it's a transparency, so you can print it on anything and get the image. So like this one I printed on parchment paper, so you can see it's the parchment kind of paper. So that's what that one's on. And they're all just a little different. I mean, they look a lot the same because a lot of the images are the same, but we've, maybe added a different flower or whatever. This one's just printed on regular white paper, copy paper. This one I printed on the drawing paper, that Manila drawing paper you can get on Amazon. See, that's a water stain. That's not what it'll look like. It'll look like all the rest of these. This one I also printed on the Manila drawing paper. There's just subtle differences between them. This one I printed on transparency, or this is deli paper, but you can print it the same way on transparency so that you can have, that kind of see-through effect. So that's why that making these images with a transparent background is kind of a fun thing, because then, they're just easier to print onto different surfaces and not have any background. Like if I had put it on coffee dyed, you'd have that image as well. So anyway, that's what the first 6 are. They're transparencies, and they have a black background, but it won't print with a black background. Okay. All right, and then you're going to get a couple of pages of ephemera, and some of these are like from the collage pages, and then other ones are like postcards or whatever. So there's that one, and then this one, and you can see this little boy's bouquet. That's one of the Valentines, and I cut him out, but it has these hearts and things, and so that's kind of where I was going with those paper backgrounds. So that's a page of ephemera, and then you'll get 10 pages of collage. So these are little collage pages, and like this one, it would be a good backing one because there's lots of places to write on there, and this would be another good backing type one. And these images are from a 1920 magazine that I have, and it's just disintegrating, like entirely disintegrating. So I wanted to make sure I got more of these, scanned and stuff, because these are from that same magazine as some of the images in my 1923 digi, even though they're from 1920. And then, like this said, A Valentine's Supper, and that's from that magazine too. You can see there's the 1920. And then I have, a Valentine here. That's some of the paper that I did the collage with. Those 2 little kiddos are some of the ones that you can fussy cut, but they're also on the collage pages. That's another one of the pages out of the magazine, and it was all torn and falling apart, so I kind of did it like, it was supposed to look like that. or it was on purpose kind of thing. That's just a nice backing page. And these little cuties. And I did put this on the, oh my gosh, ephemera page with the doily behind it. On the ephemera page, you can hardly see the doily, so you may just want to cut out the heart. I thought it would, you know, come out better, but it wouldn't really show. So anyway, because the background's white, that's why. But there's that. Oh, and you can see on here too, this is one of the Valentines from, I think this one was 1921, but I'm not positive on that. I know they're all within that span of 1918 to 1922, I think is what the span was. So, but anyway, the little round circles and the hearts and all that. So that's just kind of how I interpreted it. So that one again, but with a different image over here. This lady sitting there, and one of the Valentines, an old envelope. And then I did also add in 2 pages that I inked. I inked the whole pages because that's what I did in wherever I put it in here. Hold on just a minute. Okay, I'm sorry about that. It's my dentist. So anyway, there's that one. And oh yeah, like I said, these are 2 that I inked because that's how I did it on the ones that I put in the digi. So I wanted you to have some that matched really well in case, you know, that's what you wanted. And then there's these 2 fussy cut pages. So this is what I was talking about with that. It's really hard to see the doily in behind there. So probably what I would do is just cut the heart out and maybe put another doily behind it. But anyway, I thought it would come out better, but it just didn't. But yeah, so that is her Darlin Valentine. I hope you guys like it. I really like the way it turned out. I'm very, very pleased with it. So anyways, that's that. And then lots of people have been asking, and I'm horrible and I apologize, what is a Glowforge? So this is a Glowforge. It is a large laser cutting machine. So it uses a laser to cut things out. And you can cut almost anything except for like metal, and you can't cut vinyl because it's toxic. It would cut it, but it's toxic. So yeah, that's what the Glowforge is. So this lid lifts up. You can place paper, wood, whatever down inside of there. You get a program on the computer of an image or whatever. You can make your own images, which is kind of what we're looking into. That's why this is kind of taking a while. I haven't shown you guys yet, but I mean, there is a learning curve, and we all know that I'm not very technologically savvy. Like my husband and my son can use it fairly easily, but I don't really want to like try to demonstrate it until I at least feel confident enough to show you guys, because it is kind of hard. I will probably mostly use it for paper. It's really kind of my husband's wheelhouse, because you know he does the 3D printer with the plastic and all that, and he wanted to get into this. He wants to make maps, and you can do them really cool where they show the rivers and just all that. Anyways, so that's why I didn't just buy like a scan and cut or a Cricut or whatever to do the paper, which you can definitely do. You don't need this. It's just we have more ideas that we want to do than just cutting paper. So you may only see me cut paper mostly, but you know, anyhow, it just depends on if I can figure it out. So for example, you can go on Etsy and you can get what are called SVG files, or vector files is what you need for the laser printers, or not printers. I always want to call it a printer. It's a cutter. So anyway, I purchased these, and it came with like 6 hearts in the vector, and so you can make them any size you want. You just put them on your computer screen, and you can make them little tiny like this, or you can make them big like this, or bigger. I mean, you could do big, huge. So yeah, if you like want to make signs or all that. And then it will also do things like etching. This was all etched in there, that design. So it didn't cut all the way through, but this was cut out by the laser printer, this. And it was meant to be the back of a journal, but we messed it up. But anyway, like I said, learning curve. So anyway, but it'll etch or cut through, all the way through, and there again you can see like this little cat face, and that one got messed up. We bought, or we didn't buy, this one's just free. It was a little cat box, and I thought that would be cute to have a little box that looks like a kitty cat, but I am assuming that because these are free, they just really aren't sized right, and so the little pegs are the same size as the holes. So yeah, we tried to like do some things to get them to work, but then these just broke because they're just not the right size. So note to self on that is you need to buy one that's, you know, been proven to work. The freebies often obviously are not great. They're probably okay for paper, because, you know, you're just cutting out the design or whatever, but anyways, that is what a Glowforge is. So I apologize for not explaining that better. I just always, for some reason, think people know what I'm talking about, and I shouldn't do that. I don't do it on purpose. I just get jabbering about whatever and don't really think about it. So anyway, that's what it is. It's very fancy and very technological, and hopefully someday I'll figure it out. So I just have some manila drawing paper here that I want to collage on. You can see this has got water on it from where my husband spilled water. But it'll be fine because it's all going to get covered up anyway. And then I have just a pile of leftovers and scraps and things, for either from my digis, or some of these are scrapbook papers that are thin. I wanted them all to be roughly the same weight, so I went with the thin. I don't have any thick cardstock stuff. I want to do some collage pages so that I can cut out large tags for this journal, because I'm basically done with it. I just need the pocket, or the tags that go in those pockets, and then in the pocket of the one we made the other day, if I can find it. This one. I need long tags to go in that one, and then that's that one all stitched. I never did show you it all stitched, but I just stitched around it while it was not on the page, obviously, and then I just glued it down. So I needed tags, so I thought, well, I need to make some collage pages. Oh, I don't really need that one necessarily. I might use it, I don't know. Alright, so that's kind of what we're going to do today. Sorry that's not really, you know, anything super new or exciting, but it is obviously part of the process. I just am struggling with my amount of room here today, so I apologize. It takes me a while to get in my groove. I may have to kind of set this out over here. I like it right next to me, but it's just too much. So we're going to set it here, put our book here, and find a piece of paper to use. So I hope you're all having a great week. It's been interesting, to say the least, as we all know. So I'm not sure that I'm loving 2021, but what are you going to do? I saw somewhere somebody said, I've tried my subscription to 2021 for 7 days, and I am not interested in the subscription. So yeah, I get that. That's kind of the way I feel about it as well. It's just a hot mess, really, is what it is. Alright, so there's that. I'm just going to kind of go for it because, like I said, I want it to be a mix of stuff that kind of goes along with our calendar journal of having lots of different, you know, digi sort of themes in it. So, and I'm not going to ink all these. I'll ink the tags after I, you know, cut them out and stuff, figure out where I'm going to put them exactly. So yeah, we don't have a whole lot going on, just I've really spent this whole week practically, that's why this journal isn't done already, is I've spent most of my any time, other than, you know, when I'm doing this, pretty much trying to figure out the Glowforge. Because I really do want to figure it out. I really think that it would be great, and I think I could do quite a few different things. But just know that it might take me a bit to get it all to where I can use it myself. But eventually I would like to do like maybe one video a week or something where I do something on the Glowforge just to show you guys stuff, because there really isn't anybody doing anything with paper necessarily with it, and so I mean, I'm sure there are people. It's just I haven't seen a whole lot of the paper. Most of the stuff I've seen is like wood signs and, you know, boxes and I don't know, just stuff like that. So I would like to do a little something with paper so that those people that are interested in that, because a lot of these files that you use on the Glowforge you can use on the Cricut, and I don't even know the brothers, I don't even know what they're all called, but because that's how bad I am. My husband just got me onto this Glowforge thing because, like I said, he's interested in it too. So it's kind of a cool thing because there isn't much in the crafting arena that we would do together. You know, they're just really, it's just not, he's not into this, obviously, and there's stuff that he does, like the 3D printer is cool. I love the book cradle, but it's kind of way over my head too. It's even harder, I think, than the Glowforge to figure out. So I'm obviously not gonna probably be tackling that anytime soon. But yeah, so that's definitely more his area of what he likes to do. But it's fun to, you know, see what he comes up with. I definitely like that part. And of course my son is the best of all of us at all this stuff, and he's probably the least interested. So yeah, that's how that works. Yeah, his dad was trying to get him to help him last night. He's like, I don't feel like doing that right now. Like he's just not into it, you know. I mean, he did help, but it was just like not his thing. Even though it is technology, he's just not interested. So yeah, these are from all different kits of mine. Dog Days, Cat's Meow, Regal. I'll probably be using some stuff from Cabinet Cards. All those that I kind of did this summer sort of had a lot of this William Morris type paper look. And I think everybody did a digi on with his, because it is so awesome and it's in the public domain. And like I said, we all kind of end up doing our own variation using the same images and things because that's what's out there. So that's the tricky part about it, honestly. Already getting this page all goobery. I really don't want to change it out already. I wish there was a better system. I was thinking about that yesterday because, you know, I mean, it's a good use. It's a good way to at least use the book pages, but like I get so many made that I just don't need anymore to make tags or do whatever, and then I end up doing stuff like this instead of doing it on here. But anyways, so I was thinking back to when I have a little round glass plate that I used to use, and I was thinking maybe I need to go back to using that. I'm like, why did I stop using that? And I was like, oh yeah, because you have to wipe it off all the time, like with baby wipes or something when you're doing videos, because, you know, and I can't just take it and wash it every 2 minutes or whatever. So, yeah, that's why I quit using that in the first place, because that seems like a better solution than you're not having so many papers, you know, that you're going through. But then you're going through baby wipes, so it's kind of like, I don't know what the answer is, honestly. I just don't know. If anybody has a better solution for that, be because you always, like when you're collaging, you want to get all the way to the edge with that glue, and the only way to do that is to sometimes, you know, you go over. So I don't know how else to make that happen and not have the glue everywhere. So do it on the back of other pages you want to collage, or I don't know. I have done that when I sit downstairs and collage. Very often I'll just, you know, use this side over here to glue with, and that is okay, but I prefer having somewhere else to glue because it kind of ends up being a big mess. Sometimes you can't, you know, you can't move away any further. So once you get over far enough, and you don't want to get it on this part, the glue. Oh, the conundrums, right, of crafting. Oh, there's these little strips. This is from when I was doing that digi. I used this lady. It was like her sewing little journal or something that I used in that Darlin Valentine in just a few places. And yeah, it's really cool. I just love handwriting. Not my own, but other people's. So actually I might turn it the other direction so the roughly edge is up top. See, so right there I just got glue everywhere. Turn it this way. And the flat edge will be on the page at the bottom. I like that. So this is from Cabinet Cards, is where that one's from. What did I want out of here? Oh, I wanted this. Man, the wind is just whipping out there today, and it's cold again. It had warmed up. It was pretty nice. I mean, it's not as cold as it was because we don't have the frost anymore like we did, that major frost. But, yeah, just cold. My son went to school this morning. It was his first day back after break. On a Friday. I'm like, this whole thing is so screwy. Anyway. So he went back to school. I mean, it's good. He's back at school. But my daughter goes back at the end of the month, and then the university is only going until spring break, and then they'll be online after that until they finish the semester. It's like, seriously. Glad we're paying loads of money for that. Ridiculous. This is just scrap of paper. This was carved in wood. Yeah, I don't even know. This is old scrapbook junk that's been laying around forever. So I decided to grab it and use it. Get rid of it. I'm going to turn it this way. I do not like that white edge. That's annoying. So, yeah. Oh, still like that anyway. I guess that will get inked, though. I'll have to tear that other side. Now it's probably going to be too skinny. Who cares about that part? I won't use this whole strip anyway. Just go to right there, I guess. I don't know why, because it's a really weird thing to leave. I could have gone all the way down the side, but it's fine. We'll figure something out. So yeah, not a whole lot to talk about, because like I said, I've pretty much been here all week messing around trying to, well, I worked on that digi the first part of the week. That's really truly what I did. But that took me a while to get that done. Yeah, I like it. I am actually, I can't. You knew it was coming eventually, right? I just can't. That white edge makes me nuts. Like ruins the whole thing for me. It's too sticky. I somehow got two there. I might just lay this one over here and use it again once it dries. Maybe that's what I'll start doing, just swapping off or something. So I don't go through quite so many. Probably help if I wouldn't go right in the middle every time too, huh? Okay. I think I need a little more blue over here. Oh, Fern, I wanted to tell you, Fern, check your Etsy comment. That's, you know, your text or whatever you would call that for Etsy, because I messaged you because you were expressing interest in the calendar journal, and so I wanted to make sure you know, knew. So, and hello. I guess that was rude. Sorry. Hi, Fern. and then check your comments. All right. I don't know what else to call those. I mean, it's like just like texting, but you know, you use Etsy, so. Need to start thinking up another pocket to do for the tome of ideas, because we all need to save our ideas, because I have made so many pockets that I will probably never remember. Like, you know, you just make it and move on, and then you never make it again. Right there. I'll have that one little space. I don't know if that'll end up being in the right spot. That's the only thing when I put pictures and stuff on it seems like they're never right. So maybe I'll just use a piece of this pocket that I printed out. And this is my Regal digital download. I don't really want that. I'm going to tear that off entirely up there with the thumb notch. And I do need to tear that side. Sometimes it's fun to use the pockets and stuff in collages because, you know, it's the shrunk down, you get more of the images and things. So hopefully she'll be in a good spot. I don't know, but we'll find out. kind of get in the zone when I collage, so I think that's another reason I don't talk a whole lot, because I kind of just get like, I don't know. It's very relaxing, so I just get kind of, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. You probably know if you collage, because it is just very sort of, it's zen. Okay, so there's that one. And what else what do we want to put on this one? What do we got here? This piece is just kind of good. There's just lots of cool stuff. I think I like these for this calendar journal because of all the colors, so it kind of, even though it's not expressly, you know, one season or another kind of thing, it just goes. So that's fun. This one here, bring this one back, is it? Yeah, see, now it's dry, so maybe it won't stick as bad. Maybe, I say. Sometimes they still stick. It is pretty easy with the Glowforge to like go on Etsy and get a vector and then print out whatever it is that you know, got. It's a lot like doing a digital download, basically. But it's where the learning curve is coming is the doing your own stuff, you know, because you have to know how to use all those programs that I don't really know how to use, so that's the issue I'm having with that. Because I like to do my own stuff. Well, I mean, you have to, obviously, if you're going to sell it. Maybe I'll put her up top up there. Marsh frog. Oh, come on. Sometimes this does not like to rip on the edge. Sorry. Didn't want to turn that off because I was expecting a call, but then you have to listen to it and make all its noise all the time. This glue stick is about done. Take it up a little bit higher because I nipped the corner there. So yeah, I hope that helps people understand the Glowforge a little bit. I mean, I know it's hard to until you see it. It's kind of a crazy thing. There are videos though on YouTube, and it's GLO Forge. That's all it is. So if you want to go check it out more, and eventually I will have a referral if anybody's interested. If you use my referral for it, you can get like $100 off, I think it is. $100 to $500 depending on which one you buy. So that will be a thing whenever I can figure all that out. I might put it in today, just for anybody that might want it. Oh, this is the bottom of one of those ladies I was using. It's got the 1920. I think I'll use this piece of that magazine. But yeah, but definitely look into it before you jump in, because it's definitely is a learning curve for sure. And the only reason that, you know, I got it, I would never have gotten it by myself, was because both my husband and my son, you know, can help if necessary or whatever. So ah. Hopefully I didn't tear that. This stuff rips so easy. But I like it. I love that magazine. Like I said, it's so cool, but it is just disintegrating like before my eyes. So I really, as much of it as I can get like glued down, will at least preserve that portion of it, you know? Because man, they just turn to nothing. Sometimes I like to use big pieces, sometimes I like to use small pieces. It's just kind of, don't know. Sometimes there's just no rhyme or reason. Yeah, I couldn't think of what I wanted to do on collage cards, or, you know, on cards for those big pockets, and then it was like, oh, collage would be good, and I haven't done a whole lot of collage in a while. And I really should probably do it every day for stress management. Because I'm a basket case 90% of the time for some reason or other. Or just no reason. There's that too. Okay, let's see. I like the numbers over here. This is scrapbook paper. I won't go all the way across again. Start to look too whatever that is, right? Too uniform, that's the word. Okay, that one is definitely a sticky mess now. I don't think I want the lady. I'll just try to get the bird. Probably work pretty good because it's on the edge. Usually, you know, it's on an edge. Oh yeah, I so apologize, you guys. I don't know what is going on today. Okay, sorry about that. I don't think I got any calls yesterday because I didn't make a video. I know I posted a video, but I had that one done already. None, not one. I turn on the video camera and it never shuts up. I turned it off. So irritating. And it's always just garbage. Like that was just one of those unknown, you know, irritating calls that just annoy you. And it doesn't matter how many times you block or do anything. They just keep calling. So yeah, that's fun. Not. This is just a page out of a kid book. So anyway, that one has a little more. Yeah, for a while it would work to block them, but now it just doesn't seem like it matters. And then I noticed today too that I had 10 times more junk mail than I usually have, so I don't know who sold my information or whatever, but honestly, just stop bugging me. Sorry, cranky. Just plain cranky at this point. See if that worked or not. Nope, because we'll just tear it off right here. I'm a dope. Don't do that like I do it. That's all I'm going to say, because it's wrong. And that's how you end up with more scraps. Had one piece of paper, now I have 3. Okay, let's see, I need something. I don't know what that something is. I don't know what I want right there. I like this little tiny postcard right here. Maybe I like this. No, I like the side with the stamp. Cannot pick up paper sometimes on anything. So I need to just kind of... And this is scrapbook paper that was in my junk pile. Works pretty good to just have a couple pages and switch them out. I mean, so far anyway. I'm sure they'll get to the point where it's bad, but at least maybe I won't use quite as many. And that white edge is a no. Okay. All right, so there's those. How long? Oh, you know what? I keep stopping the video, so who knows how long. Let's see. Yeah, I like the way those turned out. So I guess we can go ahead and cut the... I'm sure we have time to do that. Get that out of the way so it's not stuck to everything. And then I'll figure out. So I made the pockets narrower by putting on the corners, the little metal corners, but I don't think it's a huge thing because it's still going to be a decent size pocket because it's pretty big. So let's go with maybe like 4.5 by 8.5, 4.5 by 8.5. Those are pretty good size pockets. Set this over here. I'm going to use my cutter so you can fast forward if you don't want to hear it. Okay, 4.5. I think I'll definitely use that with the B because I think I can get the lady and the lady. So let's turn it this way. I'll try to make it straight, Amy, because I struggle with that. It's all user error for me. And then how long are these anyway? They should be pretty close. Yeah, they're just a little over. I think I'm going to cut the top, the top off. 8.5. Let's get it straight. Okay, so let's see, that's a good size. Good size. And then maybe for the other one, maybe I'll use the lady here. What do I want to cut off? I think the bottom because it's a little more janky. Yeah, I like those. Those are good size. Okay, and then for our long skinny, I need 2 of those. So those will be about 2 3/4 by 8. 2 3/4 by 8. Um, 2 3/4. And then I'm going to cut one from the other page again because I like to switch them off. What did I do? Is this the other page? Yeah, it is. Sorry. I make you guys insane sometimes. And yes, I am always the stingy. Always. Okay, so there's that, and then now I have all these crazy little pieces left. But what I like to do with some of these, I mean, some I might just toss those, but like this, I could add a little fabric and do a little stitch across it and just have like a little cluster for a page. So don't necessarily throw those away. And if you get the long strips left over, you can do the same thing to make those long running strips that you can either tear pieces off of and use in spots or use the whole strip like down the side of the page. So those work pretty good. What did I do with... I know I should have had more of that. What did I do with it? Oh. These are those. This is this. I'm getting everything all confused. Okay, so I have these left over, and I will do something with those, and I may end up putting it in there, but let's get these ones all ready to go for those pockets. Just gonna cut. And this one I will good on the back, yep. Those are pretty cool because they're so tall. I was thinking last night they need to invent a tool that's just like those crocodiles and all that to do the corners, but make it somehow so you can do smaller corners, larger corners. I don't know, that's over my head, but if there's any geniuses out there that can figure that out, that'd be great. Maybe they even have something, I don't know. I'm not always up on, I don't shop a whole lot. It's just, well, one is it takes up my time that I'd rather be doing other stuff. And two, I just don't go out and shop very much at all because I really don't like to. I used to like it more, but now it just seems like every place is always so crowded. I can't think straight when it's like that, and so it really bothers me more than it's worth. So I usually don't shop much. I either get stuff from Etsy or Amazon, basically, and I know sometimes I get angry with Amazon, but it definitely does make my life easier. Well, especially when I can't find stuff here is the other issue that I have. I don't have a whole lot of access to crafting. I mean, we have a Hobby Lobby, and I don't want to say I don't, but again, it's always a nut house in there. And like our Joann's and stuff, I don't know if it's just who's running it or what, but there just isn't much of anything. Somebody messaged me and said that, and thank you very much, her name was Barbara, said that she can get stuff at Joann's from Tim Holtz. Well, you can't here. They don't carry his stuff. I mean, like maybe a couple of the little tiny distress ink. You know how you can get like 4 or 5 of them or whatever it is in a package. And sometimes they'll have his ink, but it's usually colors that I don't want. They almost never have the vintage photo, it seems like. So anyways, so I guess that's why I really don't shop, because I usually don't find what I'm looking for. If anything, I go to antique stores. That would probably be I do enjoy doing that. It's usually fairly mellow. And I will stitch around these and put a little fabric up at the top, so they'll be all pretty. I didn't do the backs of those other ones. Sorry, I know it's fun stuff, right? Now that I even want to add a whole lot, I might add something to these. I may have to back these again now that I'm filling them more, because they are so long. When you try to push them down in those pockets, they, when they're floppy, it just doesn't work well. So let's see if there's anything I want to add to any of these real quick. I'll decide if I'm going to says 1920, that's like from 18 something, something another. It doesn't really matter. But I just have all sorts of randomness in here. I think a lot of this is from when I was doing my color challenge, and so whenever I finish something, I just like shove whatever was left in these bags, because there wasn't a specific spot necessarily for them. Bird's not bad. But yeah, so it's just very random stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I want to cover up that blue. I'm liking that blue right there. Oh my gosh, these guys are great. I think I'll really fit anywhere. Kind of like that. Thanksgiving Day. Very random indeed, right? It's pretty. I don't know if I want it to say Thanksgiving Day is my dilemma with that. It's just kind of a weird head floating thing happening there. Just have to see all the options. That's kind of cool, but again, then I cover up that blue that I don't really want to do that. Those are all tiny, tiny. Coupons from M Ephemera. Oh, I cut that out of Allie's paper. I kind of like, that would be kind of fun on there. It's too big. Too big. There's my great-grandmother. Could use her. That's Ada. Ada. She is in my Ada digital download. Love that picture of her. It's a little wonky. That would work. Okay, I think that's about it with that. Oh, that's a pretty flower. I like the photo. A little bit smaller, so I like it. That butterfly is ginormous. Can't pick it up. Big. Darlin. feel like it needs something up there for some reason. Okay, that's what I think I'm going to do with those. All right, push that out of the way. My little strips of paper there. Okay, so I need my glue back. And these things that are cut are always interesting. So I want it, the little heart still stuck in there. I want it to overlap just a little. So yeah, this is out of Allie the Cockney Crafters Faux Fabric Digi. That's a great lace piece. I love that. I use it all the time for stuff. Anything with holes in it though with glue is no bueno. And a butterfly. Higher, I think. Okay. And I am going to back those with some more paper. They're just too flimsy to go in and out of those pockets. They'll just be bending all the time. Nobody wants that. Because that is enough to make you crazy. I love old photographs. They're so great. Their clothes and everything. They're just cool looking. Okay. I need a new piece of paper. Yeah, that worked pretty good to use these, just switch off these two between each other. Then you don't use quite as many book pages. I mean, it's good if you're trying to use them up, but it's just, I have so many journaling cards and all that. I just don't need to keep making more at this point. Alrighty, so there's those. They're all done, except they'll get stitched around, and I'm going to add another piece of paper on the back. Just not thick enough. Right, so I hope you guys liked the collage. I hope you found it relaxing. And we will chat again soon. Have a wonderful weekend, and thank you so much. Bye-bye now.